Hello and welcome everyone. It's me, Mrreeeee, and today we are doing the Demon Hunter guide for dummies, and Havoc is the name of the game. And with me, I've invited Telya, a rank 1 OC legend on Demon Hunter. Telya, how you going, buddy?
I'm great. How are you doing today? Thanks for having me on.
I'm doing awesome. So, my goal is I had real success with the Evoker video, and I'm trying to get people to a simple guide that's real dumbed down for us who want to start new classes, but find some of the guides out there that's too detailed and too complicated. So, I'm going to ask you to teach me what I need to know about Demon Hunter. Then we're going to try and get into a key, and we're going to have some laughs. But yeah, tell me, Demon Hunters right now, how are they? How are you feeling?
Demon Hunter is pretty strong at the moment. They're obviously a mandatory raid buff class with their 3% magic damage debuff. And they've also got some really, really powerful funnel with the Eldrazi Reaper hero tree at the moment. They do great burst damage, they do great constant AoE, and they do really strong single target as well. Demon Hunters are in quite a good spot right now.
Great. Okay, let's talk about, first off, stats. What am I getting as stats? What's my priority on Demon Hunter?
Ideally, you want quite a lot of crit and quite a lot of mastery. Having a little bit of haste is nice to single target, and versatility is not that good. You scale really well with critical strike from your know your enemy talent, and mastery scaling from your chaotic disposition talent as well.
Trinkets. What are the important trinkets this season?
From Mythic Plus, Signet is okay, but your main one that you want to try and get from Mythic Plus is the improvised Sephorium Pacemaker. There's a few strong delve trinkets as well. I think the Meccano Core Amplifier, and I'm currently using the Suspicious Energy drink, which is quite good. Like, you want strong passive stat proc trinkets as you do very consistent damage. From Raid, Eye of Kazan is really strong. A lot of other people want that as well. And House of Cards can be a good on-use one. I think there's one that I'm forgetting, though.
That's fine. What about 4-set and 2-set? Is that a priority? Like, if I'm starting new, fresh, I really want that makes a big difference. Our tier set? Or is it more just like, yeah, it's a buff, but it's not...
kind of it's there. Our tier set's there. Oh, right. The Junk Magnet is really strong as well. Yeah, from Styx.
Cool. All right, let's get into it. So I've got the raid talents here. These have been straight imported from Telya. I don't care about, and none of us you care. You know, we just import, export talents. That's how we play the game. This is the raid one. Have a look. Keep it in your mind. All right, let's have a look at my opener for Demon Hunter. So Telya, tell me what I need to do here right now. What's my first button?
Oh, your first button. So at about 3 seconds on your pull timer, you want to hit Immolation Aura for Little Fury.
We're on.
At 1 second, we hit our Sigil of Flame.
Yep.
And then we hunt in.
Hunting.
Reaver's Glaive.
Yep.
Fellblade.
Fellblade. Yep.
Eye Beam.
Yep.
Chaos Strike.
Yep.
Essence Break.
Mm-hmm.
Death Sweep. And
Yep.
then Meta and Death Sweep again.
Cool.
And then you want to Chaos Strike one more time and Eye Beam again.
Then Smite. The Spiritual Smite.
And then your Spiritual Smite, and then send any new Reaver's Glaive that you get. And you're going to try and keep hitting Chaos Strike, keep hitting Death Sweep on cooldown, and you want to try and keep the uptime on your Thrill of the Fight buff high, because that'll give you an extra damage buff.
Okay.
You should also send your Vengeful Retreat on cooldown, so you get your exergy buff.
There's a lot going on there, as you can see. Like,
There's
to remember
a lot
here.
going on.
Yeah, it's definitely a huge, difficult opener for, I would say, the regular player. I think big things here, I mean, for me would be, you know, specifically immolating, or at the start, you got to pre-immolate, you're pre-sigilling, then you're hunting, then after the hunt, what was it, Fellblade next, then throw my glaive.
Yep.
Then I Eye-Beam, or Chaos Strike first, then Eye-Beam, right? So I guess...
Okay, Eye Beam, and then you Chaos Strike, because you take
the
Inner Demon talent, so the first Chaos Strike that you do after you get into demon form will call down another demon on top of you that explodes for a bit of damage. And so you want to use that before you meta again, so you don't munch the proc.
Okay. So let's talk about key things of this spec. So for raid single target, what I'm getting here is super important is that I'm only essence breaking like after my Eye Beam.
Yep.
Like and trying to min max as many like death sweeps with that early on, and then from there it's just like, and then also they're also getting before if you've got eye beam and then meta coming up in your opener, like you said, you want to proc that chaos strike first on your initial eye beam before you jump into your meta, so you don't waste that initial proc with chaos strike.
Yeah, you want to not waste your inner demon proc.
Now there are 3 buffs that we can't see. I've linked in the below in the comments for this video a whole week or a pack because there's actually a few buffs we have to uptime. So one of the buffs here that Telya mentioned here. So if I do it here on my Vengeful Retreat is Exergy, which is a damage 5%. So that is something we have to maintain the whole fight, which I believe you can do with Vengeful Retreat. Is that correct?
Yep, you can do it with Vengeful Retreat, and Hunt will also give you 20 seconds of the buff as well, so you can keep very, very high uptime and get basically close to 100%.
Cool. And what was the other buff we also need to look at?
We want the Thrill of the Fight buff. So once you empower both abilities after your Reaver's Glaive, you'll get a 15% damage buff for 10 seconds.
Yep. Okay. Easy. Right. That's great. And I think from there, it's just like, I feel like it's much easier once you're in the rotation, right? It's just the opener that gets
once you're
chaotic,
in the rotation, right? Like your eye beam and essence break should sync up pretty nicely, and with your little eye beam windows, you want to try and vengeful retreat over your target into an eye beam, and then essence break and follow that up with the death sweep and some chaos strikes.
All right, let's go to the M plus build. Looks like we lose essence break here. Again, we don't have the exergy buff as well. It's much easier, I believe, in M plus. Yep. So here, what am I? But the thing you wanted to talk about and change was the Immolate Aura, correct?
Yeah, your Immolation Aura is going to be a massive source of damage for you now, and so is your Eye Beam. So now when you go into a pack, if you hunt in or have a Reaver's Glaive, you want to use your Reaver's Glaive and empower both of your abilities first. So Chaos Strike and then Blade Dance, so you get the big AoE damage.
Yep.
And then start pumping as many Immolation Auras as you can.
So I got 2 then.
So you got 2. And once you've gotten 2, then you can Eye Beam and start a similar opener that you would have done when you were doing the single target build, just without Essence Break.
Do I smite the spite the sigil as well in that meta, or when I drop symbols?
You'll use your sigil of spite after you've done your second eye beam. So like the eye beam after you've done your meta.
When I meta here, so like there, I'd go into meta. In meta, is Immolation still prior, like at all times in AoE?
In AoE, yes, you will just push that. Especially if you've got your no, you push it. I think you'll push Death Sweep if that's up, but otherwise you push Immolation Aura.
All right, let's see if we can get into a key here.
All right, let's go.
Let's see if I can get someone who likes this. I don't need a big key. I just need a key. Oh, is that something up as a tank, by the way?
Fun.
So maybe you want to talk about, while we're searching here, can you talk about Demon Hunters like you've played it for a while? Do you recommend it for new players as a choice? Like,
I mean, it all really comes down to the kind of style of class that you want to play. For me personally, what I've always loved in games is high mobility and survivability through stuff like Lifesteal, and Demon Hunter delivers all of that. And you get a really cool cooldown to turn into a big demon. Like I've loved the cast fantasy ever since like Warcraft 3, and when they came out in Legion, I was like, oh, this is the class for me. This is what I'm going to play, and it's what I've played ever since.
How do you think they're performing right now? Like, when you talk about really, we're talking like, do you feel comfortable pushing like plus 10s in F plus? Do you feel like in raid you're up the top? Like,
I feel pretty comfortable pushing 10s. Like Demon Hunters are fairly survivable. You mostly just want to watch out for one shots, as Demon Hunters can be quite prone to that, and be ready with your Nether Walk if you think you're going to die. But otherwise, Demon Hunters can live through a lot of stuff, without a defensive, and Blur's really strong as well, and it's got a 1 minute cooldown, and it lasts for 10 seconds, and there's a 20% DR. So, if you know there's some hit coming, just hit Blur. Like, it'll help you live through most things.
just trying to find my Mechagon pulse here. Wish there's a definitely an easier way to do this. Battle of Azeroth. Okay.
Yeah, but like as far as recommending the class, like try it out. It might be for you, it might not be, but I really enjoy it, and I would say give it a go.
Thinking of like iterations of Demon Hunter, like where do you think Demon Hunter is now compared to previous seasons?
Demon Hunter, I think, is in one of the better positions that it's been in. My personal favorite iteration of Demon Hunter was season 3 of Dragonflight with Inertia, and when they first came in with the tier set that automatically throws Glaive. Oh, we're going Mechacon.
Yep.
Which, you know, we have now, which is nice.
Hmm.
Worst iteration was Shadowlands with Sinful Brand, and it was terrible. I hope we never go back. But honestly, I'm having a lot of fun playing Demon Hunter this tier in both Raid with Exergy and in Mythic Plus with the low mover build. Man, I'll get there eventually.
Yeah, so
I do miss spell rushing around.
yeah, I was gonna say from when my memory is like playing back in Legion, right? And from there it was, like you said, you would just use keeping the uptime by moving, fell rushing, and vengeful retreating, and like that was a whole part of it, which I thought was like super cool for the kind of playstyle, but it was super annoying. I know. Does the Cenarian, you know, there was a Cenarian board, and I used to fell rush, but I'd go double distance and fall off. Does that still happen?
Titan Forge Fell Rush?
Yeah.
Yeah, it still happens.
Okay. Well, that still happens. All right. So that's looking forward to.
It still happens. So it's a fun surprise whenever it does happen. But yeah, it's not as bad as it used to be, but it's definitely still there.
Oh, key thing here while we're doing the key as well, and people always talk about my meta. We can meta here before the pull, right?
Yep. So what you want to do is make sure you have some Fury, Immolation, or now.
Yep.
And on about 3 seconds, your I beam.
4, 3, 2, 1.
And now meta. And hopefully they put the key in, but...
They mustn't even be recording. This is also the worst one, right? Because we got to run the whole way.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's not going to last the whole way, so we won't get value out of it. But the main thing is we'll get an extra stack of the Cycle of Hatred buff, and it's effectively permanent. And having 4 stacks of it reduces the cooldown of your I beam to 20 seconds.
We're pulling the whole room. Here we go. It's gonna be.
I hope so.
Okay. Oh, and then knocked him away, dude. Big. I absolutely butchered this, by the way.
I'm trying, but they're like all very spread.
Oh yeah, one went off. I'm blaring.
See the darkness under him.
Yep. So maybe we can talk me through my buttons while we're playing here. I mean, I did 3.1 tier 8, so I don't think I was that bad, but I definitely...
Pretty good, yeah. No, that's alright. It's definitely something that, like, you do have to practice.
So right now I have my glaive up right now. Like, am I gonna pop that or?
That's good. You ideally want a glaive going into this. So when we glaive, we're gonna try and focus the platinum pummeler. So make sure that your Reaver's mark is on the platinum pummeler and just focus him.
Okay. Come on, I-beam here.
Yep, and then... Oh, we don't have meta?
No, I don't. I use it in the pack.
Yeah, no,
Oh, yeah.
Defensive.
I'm like, oh yeah, I'm already the meta, and then I don't have it up, so...
Blade. I'm just chaos striking right now. It's off cooldown.
Yep.
Hunting. My glaive came off, empowering it. So do I I-beam over immolation proc?
Yep.
Defensive.
Like, if we're on this kind of rotation, we would want the I-beam here, but if you've got full immolation aura charges, like send one at least.
I can see too. I had 3 stacks of Fellblade. Is that anything?
So what that means is that you've got
Defensive.
3 soul shards on the ground.
Oh, okay.
And when you use Fellblade and are in the Eldrazi Reaver talents free, you'll like suck them all up into you, so you don't have to like run around and collect them. Because the main thing is like you want to try and get Reaver's Glaive by getting
Defensive.
collecting souls, and when you get 6 souls, that's when you get a glaive.
So here as well too, I'm just trying, every time I go into meta, I'm just thinking in my mind, meta, Chaos Strike for that bonus, right?
Yep, but you also want to make sure that you Death Sweep at least once in that meta window.
Yep.
Defensive.
I didn't feel that bad. 2.1 to your 2.7.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I don't have 4 set yet on this tune. 649 at the moment.
Honestly, like the last tier set is better than the new one, but the new one's not very powerful for Demon Hunter. They're just naturally very good.
So do you want to MM like before or after my I-beam here? No, AoE.
You want to do it before. So ideally, have you got Hunt still?
Yep. No, I don't. Yeah, I do have hunt. Yep.
Okay, we're gonna hunt the big man.
Okay.
Send your glaive, Hail
Yep.
Strike, Blade Dance, and then dump as many immolation auras as you can before you hide.
Defensive.
Yep. 1, 2, 3. I-beam.
And then you're gonna do and then you're gonna do the same opener that you did with Essence Break, except just without Essence Break. But the key is low and everything's dead. And if the pack's about to die and you have a glaive, it's worth saving that glaive for the next pack to make sure that you have one coming into here. Rare.
Yeah, I definitely greeted my glaive then.
Defensive.
And you want to try and have your Aldraki Reaver 15% damage buff Thrill of the Fight when you I-beam as well, because you're going to do a lot of damage with I-beam in this build too.
So what was that buff called? How do I get that one?
Thrill of the Fight. That's the one that you get after you empower both of your abilities to do that.
Oh yeah. So right now I have meta and I-beam here. Should I be just holding for the next pack? This is dying.
No, send it on this one because there's a bigger man here. I-beam's got like a 20-second cooldown once you stack up your Cycle of Hatred count. And you can just send it, which is great. So if you look in your buffs, you should have Cycle of Hatred at the top corner, and it's got a stack of 4 on it.
Yep.
Yep. So that means you've got 4 stacks of it, and you will have a 20-second cooldown on your I-beam, and you can like
Defensive.
I thought my burst there was like, I did alright and I didn't even use meta. Like,
yeah, you'll do quite a lot with your I-beam and the empowered Blade Dance or Death Sweep.
so when I empower with my glaive, I definitely always want to use my empowered, the empowered proc first before I go into I-beam.
On AoE, yes, because you want to buff your, you want to give your I-beam that 15% damage buff, so it's going to pump in AoE. Hold on, you get in the whole room. Oh,
Yeah. Alright.
Line.
ideally we'd get like this guy up
I'm gonna
against
meta after this, right?
melee him. Yeah, I've said it already, but
Oh, my thing. So right now, do I I-beam while in meta or hold it so I can meta out I-beam?
yeah, I've been well in the meta. I've been while you're in meta, and it'll extend the duration of your meta as well.
Nice.
Yep.
Line.
Done it.
And I don't really press does it have to be line us up for your I-beam?
Yeah.
Damn.
Unfortunately,
Come
you
on.
don't have war hacks. You can't look
What are
through
you?
the walls,
I'm not looking, man. I don't have eyes. What do you mean? Demon Hunter hello?
Oh yeah. I'm blind not there.
I'm blind. Yeah, exactly. So I might never fell. If I've got enough to Chaos Strike, I'm prioritizing that over Fellblade, right? I'm only Fellblading when I have no Fury.
Yeah, only if I blade when you have.
line,
This one could be good. Oh,
He went up. He sacrificed himself.
for the VOD.
He got the epic too.
Does feel cool, man. Just like blading around and stuff. Definitely fun.
And oh, this is pretty cool here.
Damon, I just
you
skip.
don't have to do.
Oh, but I pulled the dogs.
Yep.
Awesome.
Oh, I guess we're getting the dog now. It's fine.
Where's the mind soothe, man?
It's a machine. It's mindless.
Okay.
So jump up here, double jump, and then again at the end you can jump up and push the button and hook up rings.
Demon on attack.
Yep. And if you get here really fast, you can go and pull the little drone and kill that before everyone gets here. Some of the trash.
Do you find it hard getting into keys because of how Vengeance Demon Hunter is so dominating right now?
Not really. A lot of the time people see like an item level and a Mythic Plus score and they invite me. But I do
Even if
find
they have
it
double
quite
Demon Hunter?
difficult. I haven't tried to,
Yeah.
and I haven't hugged for a little while, admittedly, so maybe I'm a little out of the loop on
I'm in trouble here.
it. You get stuck I-beam?
Yeah.
Hey, that happens to me. It's been a long time of Demon Hunter and I still do it, so don't feel bad if it happens to you.
I was too busy looking at rotation. I was like, oh.
Yeah, it's less rotation, more priority. Like, Chaos Strike kind of at the bottom of you.
Yeah.
But it's what you press if you have that guys.
defensive,
Oh, there's one more man. I always forget about him.
Yeah, yeah. Big boy. I remember, like, I need to put my maybe IRIM like quicker on my list. I'm just always pressing it.
Yeah.
In single target here, am I also precking multiple emulation procs?
safe zones,
But you want to still make sure that you get your blade dances and death sweeps. Oh. Oops.
Oh, I'm.
I put this by accident. That's alright, we give ourselves a
IBM is such a cool like ability, honestly.
yeah, like a blast. It's very cool to use.
I'm super good at these, by the way. I've mastered the run of the many keys. People also never go to the left side. I think it's more chance you go to the left side than like Telya right now. Could have gone the left side, man.
I could have, but I wanted to try something that I saw the other day. But
Oh,
I
the
failed.
double jump thing. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shield and like,
Yeah, we're doing a lot of damage here, right?
yeah.
Oh, I did the fell blade. Oh! That even when I play Vengeance tank,
Every time.
yeah, I will kill multiple players surely.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It kills me. You've seen it in raid.
So right then I had Blade. I threw my Blade. Then I did the empowered versions. I then I-beamed after the empowered and Blade danced.
Yep.
Beams incoming.
After you,
And now I'm gonna meta here.
so after you like, you always like when you go into demon form. Like the first time you go into demon form, you want to try and get a chaos strike off before you meta again, if that's what you're doing, because you want to make sure that you get your inner demon form, which is the kind of the random demon you see coming like crashing down on the enemies occasionally on the screen.
Is Sigil worth in single target to put down Sigil of Flame?
Yeah, no, you want to send your Sigil of Flame and Sigil
Beams
of Spite
incoming.
down because you take some talents that make them generate soul fragments, which means more soul fragments means more Reaver's Glaives. And you want as many Reaver's Glaives as you can, all standing that.
Yeah, I feel like I did real well on my single target then, but I feel like my AoE is not as best, but I feel like that was good. I also just walked into that.
The strong one at the back. Occasionally you won't get like your glaive going into a pack, but that's okay. Just like it's better to just send it than like wait around for a glaive. Like I just did my IV with no empowerments there because I didn't have enough souls for a glaive. So it wasn't quite as good, but
I think it's just remembering so much that as soon as you I-beam, Chaos Strike, or it's simply meta Chaos Strike for that bonus. It's like super key for this like class.
So, my misguided son returns.
like the
Rest you made it this far. You are no longer
you
my
can Death Sweep
father.
first. It depends if you're about to meta. Main thing is you want to get a Chaos Strike in before you like overwrite your meta.
Accept the truth. The curse of flesh has run rampant across Azeroth, and I will replace it with mechanical purity.
Defensive.
My power is transcendent. Share in it.
There were too many buttons there, and I definitely pressed the wrong one.
Yeah, like you press your buttons
Defensive.
very fast and
Yeah.
you're really fast. You're going to probably put them in the wrong order for a little bit. It's a learning experience. Like I know when I try a new class, it's very difficult. One of my guildmates watched me play Devastation Evoker, and that was disastrous. Casting was not my thing.
Chaos. I-beam into Chaos.
If you're not doing your meta rotation though, you want to like I-beam and then you'll probably Death Sweep and then you Chaos Strike. Like if you're just doing the kind of little non-meta overnight, you're just doing your damage window, you'll just get it as soon as you press Chaos Strike. So like
Yeah.
you don't have to worry too much about that. It's mostly just trying
Defensive.
not to munch a proc when
Defensive.
you're about to meta.
Defensive.
Oh yeah, because it will be consumed
Yeah.
before I used it.
So you munch the meta and on AoE, you always want to Chaos Strike before you Blade Dance with Death Sweep, because that way you get really big Purity Eldrazi damage.
Yep.
Orbs.
Cannot elude my targeting system.
Orbs.
So then I got an empowered the empowered strike from my glaive, right?
Orbs.
But I fell out of meta, so when I threw it, I had the empowered strike. Is an empowered meta strike better than a normal, or it doesn't matter? Does that make sense?
I mean, yes, because you're buffing the damage of Death Sweep instead of Blade Dance, but you'll get the same value from your Fury of the Eldrazi. What's it called again?
Orbs.
Fury of the Eldrazi extra hit.
Yeah.
The same value from your Wizard card.
Targeted.
Probably wasn't worth the hunt there.
Yeah, probably not. But at least now you'll have a glaive going into this guy here,
Yeah.
which is what you want. There's a bug at the moment. If you hunt in the wrong spot, you hunt yourself off. So
I was worried when I was tanking about even pressing the button because I heard about that.
I've done it. It was not fun.
Targeted. Defensive.
So much nicer as a healer instead of Lancaster.
You can use your purge and your fierce sigil on those as well. Oops, that was a bad time to backward.
Now we have the solar eruption too. Is that ever worth like just to, if you're out of stuff?
Spell Eruption?
Yeah.
You'll never press that as a damaging ability. It's purely for CC, and it can be really great for like stuffing casts. If you need a few extra moments here to come back up, or you need to stun the cannon.
Well,
But it's purely CC. Spell Eruption? Is that what you mean instead of Solar Eruption?
yeah, fell eruption. Like if I ever throw it, just as like I'm out of souls, and I'm out of souls, and my fell blade's on cooldown. I'm just hitting.
Then you're just, if you've got nothing to press, then like just Bell Rush, or yeah, basically just Bell Rush.
Cool. Well, that's been the Demon Hunter guide for dummies, guys. I hope you enjoyed this little video. If you've liked it, please like, subscribe, comment. Anything you put there, I'll definitely reach out to Telya for questions. He's a guildie of mine. He's a great guy, great legend. Thank you for coming on to this, and I appreciate all your guidance.
Well, good. Thank you for having me on. Thank you for asking, and I love teaching people, and I love Demon Hunters, so yeah, I'm happy to help.
Easy. Demon Hunters rise again. Let's go. All right, I'll see you in the next video, guys.